anything. I've got this sweet little baby. I can't do anything. And I had some, I've got awesome British teeth, and I had some teeth pulled and some kind of thing. It was like, just found out. I was expecting that baby when that happened. And she was bringing me like Mullen tea and all this kind of stuff, and you know. So by the time he got there, I was like, dang it, if only I'd had it like when I had him, that would have been great, you know? But just kind of this smooth little transition into, okay, this makes sense. There's so many other options, especially when you get in a situation like that.
So what did the oil do for you? She put it on your temples?
She did. She put it on my temples and back of my neck. And I remember the temples because I'm like, and now I can't see. My eyes are watering like crazy. I don't even care. If my head goes away, I don't even care. So I probably didn't need to do, like, because she didn't put it on me. She just sent me with some. But yeah, it went away. And typically, I try and just go sleep it off or whatever. So I'm sure the lavender helped with that too. Just kind of relax me and go sleep it off. But yeah, I was like, thank you. Do you need these back? Or can I just hold on to these for a little while, you know? But they did. They really helped. And I mean, we have so much to learn and so many different ways to use them and products and companies and stuff like that. So I think I feel like I lucked out. Using and knowing doTERRA first, I really have come to trust and love them as a company and the leaders and the like philanthropic things they do around the world and stuff like that. But they just have really good quality, and I love that they're not just in it. This sounds like super hokey, guys, but every company wants to make money, but I feel like these guys are going.
They kind of want to make the world a better place.
Yeah, they really do, because they'll talk at convention, and I'm waiting for them to be like, so buy more oil. They never really do. They're going, and this is why we get it from here and there. And so there's a couple of these oils that's all they talk about. I got left. I was going, oh, wait, did I miss where they were telling us what it did? They were telling us all about what it was doing for the people that they were getting it from.
Oh,
and they're showing, like,
so name a couple places. Name a couple places.
They talked about Nepal. They talked about Haiti. They talked about Madagascar.
Oh, Haiti really needs.
They talked about, not this convention, the last convention, they talked about Somalia. Because they said, oh, what do you guys think of when you hear Somalia? Oh, like pirates and bad guys. And like, you know, horrible things. They said, we want to change that. We get some of the world's most beautiful frankincense from there. And if we can establish this fantastic relationship with these people, it will only help them too. And we know it helps us. That supports so many different things in our bodies. Yeah. We know that. And it's this ancient, awesome oil that people have used for hundreds of millions, not really millions, I kind of ignore it. But you know what I mean? They've been using it forever. And we still are just studying and learning all the benefits from it. And it's like, if we can kind of help lift that country too, to not have it just be like, oh, Somalia,
you know, I think
heard about that on the news.
Yeah,
you
God
know,
blesses your company when you're not just raping and pillaging places.
Yeah. And I don't want to say that anybody else is doing that, and they actually don't even bring up that side of it. But me personally, we'll talk after class if this is an inappropriate comment, but because we don't usually present it that way. But I know for me that is something that's important to me. That, like a spiritual side of things, I absolutely acknowledge God and the gifts He's given us, and so that kind of goes with my mantras and psyche and my spiritual side of things too. That's definitely not something they push, and I respect that too as a company, that's not a selling point necessarily for them, but I like that you can kind of still recognize that and respect it from them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And with
so,
that, I'm giving Penny a hug.
I'm
going to give you a hug.
Like, nice to meet you, Linda.
Me too.
Gotta do this for real.
Okay, great.
Oh, thank you.
I love
do
hugs.
Will you guys be in touch? Like, are you
muffin.
coming from far away, or are you
We're going to Idaho tomorrow.
I was just going to say, especially since I was so late, I wanted to make sure you guys got a little sample of one of these. Can I get you one before you go?
Yeah.
Would that be okay? Okay.
Thank you.
Let's get you a bottle. And it's going to look like I'm being so stingy, but...
No, not at all.
It goes such a long way.
My friend that lives in Jason, maybe, she did give me a little adorable orange.
I know, aren't they?
It's so
orange. I'm constantly going up to her and like soaking her like she's still alive.
Okay. You know what, I love it. It's kind of silly, but I've got two little kids that like to stick stickers and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, the orange stuff, yeah.
Because my first is a boy.
Okay.
Not that I
don't
don't want my boy, you know, but like I really wanted a girl, and so I'm like,
I'm going to talk about it more. Sorry.
Okay,
It's a quick thing. But they've researched, you know, what the different types of oils do.
Okay, you're
And then they blend them according to what those, you know, like
so I'll try to look at her
uplifting, you know what I mean? Like, mints and citrus working together and encouraging and things like that. So pick one of those, because one of my favorites.
So like,
And so they kind of
This is
said that too.
citrus
They
orange.
blend both of them, so it's mint and citrus.
Oh, I see.
It's
So
mint, does that make
for
sense?
like 4 or 5
And
hours
so
sometimes,
florals
so I get really nervous.
Oh, let's see. Do I want passion or how much?
2.5 months.
If you've got time,
She
you're welcome
just-
to open them up and
From the
smell
day
them
she came
and see
home
which
from the
one kind of
hospital,
looks
it's
like.
like
Cheers, not too cheesy. But Denise is kind of like what kind of
and then goes right back to
makes her
sleep
more
and
happy.
sleeps all night. So
really into that.
she's been great.
Oh yeah, that one's
Especially
good.
having a 2.5-year-old too.
Yeah.
It's like if
She
you
She
were
wants
bad
citrus
at
and
sleeping,
spices. That may be
I
the
don't know
one.
what
She
Yeah.
says on the first one she tried it.
Well, that's just it too, though. Is looking at this, it kind of helps. You know,
Yeah,
there's
no,
any of
cheer.
those little.
I like cheer a little
feelings
better
that
than
you-
passion.
having another one yet.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's okay too.
Yeah.
I just felt like
Oh, I like
if
cheer
he
better.
got
A
too
little better
long
for him.
that like it would
But you love it. Just depends on
the sibling
Yeah,
rivalry
yeah.
would increase.
It might
because
exceed,
he
like you
used
say,
to
the
be,
day
like, an
of.
only child
Oh,
for
definitely.
too
Yeah,
long.
I think so.
So that when the second comes
There's a
along,
gal
it's
that
just
came
like,
with us
no,
to-
that's my mom.
to convention, and the first
You
day
get
she
away
was
from
was motivate your passion. I don't know what
Yeah.
passion.
But
Oh, that was it. She got online and she goes, okay, well,
Between
now a
me
week or
and
so
my
later, you know,
husband,
Yeah.
I was an
she
only
loved
child
this
for
one.
11 years.
I said,
Really?
"Smart,
My
have
older
fun,
sister
continue
did
to
this
love."
So
So,
peace
I'm
is
just
in
like,
the
she
running.
could be a good child for a while, she'll live. But then, like, I think about my husband, who was in the middle of
Oh,
5
that's
kids.
good.
You
Yeah.
love that one?
Oh, I do.
You have such a good relationship with your sibling. Do you want that, Amelia?
So, yeah, I think it's gonna be
what
cheer.
happens
Yeah.
happens. Every
Okay.
family's different.
Forcing that.
Anyway.
It's
She'll
neat how they
appreciate
make
whatever
these little things so they can
she
share it on the way
has. You know,
down.
it's like she's
Mhm.
not
I
going
think
to
that's
go
fun.
the
That's
difference between
good.
being in the middle of 5 kids
Your
or
little
being
thing.
an only child or whatever. So I'm always like watching shows and movies and whatever where it's like the kid is like 5 or 6 when their sibling is born, and they're always like really excited and they can help and they like, you know, it's just very different from my 2-year-old who's just like, there's a baby.
Because it's so good to have classes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And we have classes that are always free. We just want people to come and learn. If
Although I
you've
feel
got
like
the oils,
If you ever have questions, let me know. And if I don't know, I'll ask her.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
I'm off, like,
You know what?
it's got a little
I
change.
didn't bring any of those stickers. Darn it, that's
They're in there. I put them in
do you have any of the
the
blank
same.
ones?
I
By
do,
chance?
but they're the shiny ones that there's something right on.
Is that pretty
That's-
good?
I'll just
Are you
gotta
gonna remember that
remember
it's cheer?
I'm gonna remember it's cheer.
Yeah.
Okay.
This must be for a Sunday.
I know, I think cheer bear, like the Care Bears, but that's
Oh,
because I'm an
for sure.
80s child, so you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like,
you're giving yourself away.
Yep. Oh, thank you so much for being here. It's nice to meet you.
So we're headed out till Thanksgiving. Okay. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Okay, so I think we have the live stream up.
Yay!
Marilee says she can see us.
Hi,
um,
Molly.
I think
Don't you
there's
wanna
a
turn into,
chat.
like, the other group, like,
No.
You're the presenter.
Yeah, you're the presenter.
I know.
So
Right, you're
I-
the weirdo with the real
I need to be more formal, you guys. I'm just not formal enough for this. Like,
You're
with my mom, I
fine.
sometimes feel like the helper, you know, and I'm like, oh. Anyways. Oh,
okay.
well.
Also, Marilee, I hope you can hear us. There should be a chat function on the live stream, so you can post questions there, and we'll be able to see them on our end. Hi, there you are. Awesome. Great. There's a 12-second delay between me and her, which is fun. So,
Alright, I'm gonna put those other ones. Nope, we don't need those. That's good. Okay.
A couple more people said they were
So-
coming, but they're like 25 minutes late, so just have a
I didn't actually RSVP until like 2 hours ago.
That's
I
fine.
never know if I'm actually coming
It's actually
anywhere.
some of the people that responded like the day of that I
Yeah.
sent it out.
Usually Facebook reminds them a couple
Yeah.
times though.
So,
It
anyway,
seems like it. Yeah, they send a little notification.
hopefully
But...
they'll come.
So, explain basic oilness? Or
Yeah,
do you wanna
okay,
just
has
talk
any...
about the-
Yes.
You,
Marilee
I
has not
know,
used
know
oils.
what's up.
Okay, Marilee has not used oils, and someone else who wanted to go back and watch the live stream again later has not really used oils. So, just a quick, like, 3-minute,
Okay.
what are
no, I was
essential
gonna say,
oils?
really, like, I can send you a link.
Or
That'd
less
be
than
even faster than
Oh
me.
yeah,
No.
links would be great too. That works too.
Essential oils are the aromatic compounds from plants, trees, flowers, and all different parts of these different plants. And they, I don't want to say sucked them out of plants. You guys are just not formal enough for this. No, but they take these parts of the plants that are already doing things to protect the plants, to help the plants thrive, to help support them thriving and growing in nature, and found that we respond really well to them too because we're more like plants and nature than we are to chemicals, and that's what we're usually using in medicines and things like that. Or if you look far enough back, a lot of those medicines started with these same kind of ideas and things too. So they've taken those and they're just pure. Typically, doTERRA just has the essential oils. One of the new products actually has them in coconut oil, so that's, they don't even say diluted really, it's to just tone them down to make them a little calmer for people's skin and young kids and stuff like that. But there's 3 different ways to use essential oils, and doTERRA has a lot of other products besides essential oils, but we'll just explain those basically first. The 3 ways to use them are aromatically, and that's the first thing that everybody thinks of is just smelling them. Just maybe deep breath. You can put them in your hands and cup them up to your face and smell them that way. A lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, but the people that are kind of confused as how to use essential oils think that that's all that they're for. And they're confusing them with perfumes or just fragrances, really. And there's some of them that could work that way. They smell great. Who wouldn't want to, smell like citrus bliss all day or something like that, wild orange. But there's so many more benefits to it than that. So even if that's what you're using, more natural perfume, sweet. Good for you. Probably in a lot of ways. I don't know. I don't buy a lot of department store perfumes or anything, but in some ways it might be cheaper. But there's a whole, the link I was going to tell you was, it's doTERRA Science. It used to be Aromatic Science. They changed it to doTERRA because they wanted to make sure everybody knew it's a doTERRA site. But they'll go through all the studies, all of the chemical structures of the oils and things like that. And that's the part I'd have to read from my note cards to you, to make sense of like the polyphenols and all this stuff that I'm just going to sound like a goober, explaining it all without reading it. But it's absolutely there. And so I feel kind of bad leaving that part out because I'm not good at explaining it when it's absolutely scientifically proven that a lot of these things support our bodies so well and they help our bodies to thrive just like the plants they come from. So aromatically, they're great. They're finding in studies now that besides just all our olfactory nerves, like so all the different receptors in our nose that actually smell things, there was a scientist that just did a study pretty recently that found that we have those olfactory receptors in every organ of our body. That was weird to me at first. I was like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, why would our kidney need to smell anything? And it's not so much that, it's that it's this kind of stuff. It's receiving all the benefits from these oils and the plants or anything that we do. I mean, you're smelling soap or you're smelling baking bread or something, that our body is connecting and receiving information from that. And so I think that's why you'll find, in studies and stuff like that all the time, they say that our sense of smell triggers the strongest memories. I've had like weird experiences with that at times. You know what I mean? Like there's stuff that people smell. I'm like, whoa, nope, can't even go there right now. That's just a little too intense. I've actually, I've had that happen too. And it's interesting though because as I think about it or I work through it or things like that, it was just lavender that did to me, and I'm totally fine with it now. Like, it caught me off guard at first, but it's just kind of cool to look back on now to realize how intense that was. There was one I smelled for the first time. It was Elevation, I think. It's a blend that doTERRA has. And it was like being in a movie or something, where I flashed back to my aunt's house. I was like, have you guys seen Ratatouille? That's just so silly to talk about. But when he zooms back and he's a little kid eating his, with his mom made him that dinner. That's what I felt like. All of a sudden I was in my aunt's house and she was making fruit leather. And I was like, I'm probably like 9 years old. This is so weird, smelling this whole oil. So then it just showed me, like personally, how strong our sense of smell is. And I just, before that, I realized kind of just like, I don't think I have smell memories, but apparently I had a really strong smell memory with that one. But so our whole body responds to it. So that's why when people are saying, how's some, if I smell something, how is it going to help me? Well, it does actually have chemical reactions in the body. But beyond that, when you start using them topically, so putting them on your skin, your body can absorb them. The molecules of essential oils are so small they can break the blood-brain barrier. That means they can get in and help your brain function differently, and that's big stuff. That's interesting. There's also, the third way you can use them is to ingest them. If you hop online and do a Google search about ingesting essential oils, you'll find all sorts of range of don't do it, don't ever do it, only do it, never do it, always, never, back and forth. I can only speak for doTERRA, and doTERRA has poured time and energy and resources and everything into researching their oils and testing them and everything. And there are a majority of them that they say are okay to consume. It will say very clearly if you're not supposed to. Like Deep Blue is one that's like soothing for muscles and things like that. They don't recommend that you ingest that. They don't
has a childproof lid on it.
Yeah.
They really
There's like this one. This is birch. It's got a big, wider cap. They're going, don't ingest that one. Mm-hmm. There's some of the blends that sometimes they'll have something in there. I remember off the top of my head, it might be, I don't want to say the wrong one, but they'll make it very clear. There's definitely lots of information and books and stuff about it. doTERRA will put it right on the label. If it doesn't have, sorry, these ones, I don't know if any of them will, because these are all already diluted and they've made them in roller bottles, so they want you to roll them on. But let's see here. Oh, this is a good example. Oh, where are you going? The spearmint has a nutrition fact on it. I don't know if they'll be able to see it or not, but that has to be on there. You know, the United States says you have to put it on here if it's going to be ingested. So what
Is that the sensational?
Good remembering. They just announced that it's going to be available all the time.
Oh, really?
So that's what.
My sister-in-law, she works for doTERRA in like the call center, and so she gave me the sensational.
Oh, do you love
that has
it?
like
Tangerine.
spearmint, dill, tangerine, and cumin.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't used them yet because she's
so
just
fun.
given me
I'm
that.
kind of like that too with the ones when they say they're only available another time. I'm like, I'll just collect you. And I'm like, I really should use it. And I'm like, I don't know when you'll be back. So I kind of
Cumin's
like
like my favorite
it's a little
spice. So
silly,
I'm like,
but
I should use them.
oh, you totally should. Yeah, and see. I mean, the raised fuels will be a little different and everything like that. Using
You don't want to
like-
use a teaspoon of that.
Yeah.
just dump it on in. But no, but so doTERRA has gone to great lengths to make sure that their products are safe enough to ingest. People, if you decide to troll comments, you know what I mean? Like, people will just attack them for that. And you get to decide for yourself, I think, absolutely, because these are pure products. And they say, who would want to ingest peppermint? It's so strong, all this stuff, everything. But they're going, well, it has a lot of benefits for your body to do it that way. So do I ingest it? Yeah, I just had a peppermint bead on the way down. You know? So, personal choice. I'm not going to be like, April, aren't you drinking your peppermint? Like, it's totally up to you, you know what I mean? But they have gone to great lengths to
I can't have any.
say they're like, yeah, you're still nursing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just recently met a chef that swears by doTERRA essential oils for all of his salad dressings.
Really?
Is this thing like a
Fun.
restaurant here that uses?
That's a good question. I don't actually know.
I thought I heard something about that.
I know that some of
In
the
Salt Lake.
places have like, I just mind blanks.
I think
Gosh, Aunt Lynn left her
Oh,
phone.
no.
I'm not surprised.
She's probably
You're so cute.
I
They
love
some
my
people
aunt.
use like, there was a place that was using it in their icing, like cupcakes or something like that. And then there's chocolates that have them, and they sell them at like Aroma Tools or, you know, like some of the oily places. Like, I don't know the whole restaurant, but that'd be sweet if they
I
did.
thought I heard. I don't remember who told me that, but
Cool.
I think so.
I know, yeah, I got, like I said, there's a couple bakeries or something like that, but I heard we're kind of starting to do that, but, so yeah, a little bit of a tangent, but that's why I can only speak for doTERRA, because I'm here, that's what I'm teaching about. I know some people pick and choose from different places. I found that these ones work great for me, yeah, so that's what I teach about. So, I hope that's enough of an intro. Type a little message on here if you have specific questions. I'm just going to kind of introduce other oils. Unless you guys have questions. I mean, I don't want to breeze over anything saying, oh, you guys already know this. And if you have questions, then you know. It's like, Wendy, stop talking. Take a breath. Oh, you're still doing talking. Then just tell me to stop and I'll stop. Do you guys want me to go ahead with the emotional
Yeah,
ones?
I want to know what
Yeah?
your stuff.
Okay, I really do love these. May went through each one in great detail, but let me show you. We'll send you a link so I might miss it for like this the whole time. Sorry. I'm gonna put it on the floor. So this is the same little wheel that's on the box, but it's just big so you guys can see it. So you might have heard me as I was talking to Aunt Lynn. Yes. Okay. Is that they've gone through and they've recognized that some of the different plants and resources that they have tend to elicit specific responses from people, kind of across the board, you know. So like citruses. When I think of citrus, I think, oh yeah, happy oils. You know what I mean? They can help be uplifting and cheerful or invigorating, things like that. The mint, same in fact, I'll have to look at that one. Anyways, I was gonna say, I was gonna print out a handout, but I think I'll just send you guys one because I printed it out. Anyways, so we've gone through all these different things. You can see here, these are kind of like the, I won't say negative, but kind of. Like, if you were feeling any of these different emotions and you didn't want to continue feeling those emotions, then they've taken these different oils, or excuse me, the different, how do I say products? Not really.
Well, it's like categories of
Yeah,
plants.
I know. I've got to find the right word for that. And these are still like a month old, so I'm sorry you guys are like, what is she talking about? I want to, you know, like, just read it to you. No, I won't just read it. Anyways, they've just found like I said earlier, there's a thing called linoleuls, and those are in a lot of the products like lavender and stuff like that. They found that those are calming to people. And so they said, oh, if you're feeling certain ways, these are the certain products that would help you. And so they've taken each of these, so like this spices and citrus is going to be in cheer. Then they took the citrus and the mint and put them into motivate. So if you're feeling any of these ways, you can go, okay, well, I think I'll try this one. Oh, I didn't respond quite so well with that, so I'm going to try this one instead because you just have to kind of overlap.
Oh,
Does that make
That
sense?
makes a lot of sense for Slim and Sassy. If citrus and mint motivates.
Mm-hmm. The Slim and Sassy
yeah.
is the
Grapefruit.
metabolic
peppermint.
cleanse, but
Floral and mint together.
yeah, and there's some because even this, I'm always like, oh, I don't know about like the trees and the herbs and stuff like that. But honestly, it was almost ridiculous. Like, so like I said, my little daughter was saying, Mom, this thing happened, and this girl said this thing to me, and I was trying to be all zen mom about it, like, you know what, yeah, that's okay, and I'm glad you're talking to me about it, and you can always talk to me about it. So to help her little heart feel better, and to kind of get over this awkward situation that happened, I put console on her, and I, asked her, can I put it on? Yeah, of course. And it was interesting, because she goes, it smells so good. She's just breathing, and I'm like, oh, perfect, that's just what she needs. And I'm sitting there trying not to let her see the like steam coming out my ears, It's like, perfume, it's just right here by it. I'm just, because I'm like, I can't be mad at her. She's a little bit, like the girl that, anyways. So I scooped it and I was like, yeah, this smells a lot better than I've ever thought that it smelled before. And it's just because that's what I needed. And I think for some people that would seem a little cheesy or hokey. But if we really take a minute to like think about what our bodies do and need, there's not anyone. I love that we're all like women here, and we know we're always like thinking 47 things at one time. You know what I mean? Like it's what our bodies are doing, man or woman. You know what I mean? We don't sit there and tell our heart to beat, right? So it makes sense to me that like emotionally and physically and stuff like that, they're way more interconnected than we let ourselves stop and think about. So that's why Forgive smelled so good to me that day, because it just made sense that that's exactly what I needed. And I think that using these oils with intention, you know what I mean? I was like, I'll just slap it on me today, see what it does. If you're really specifically trying to connect with your body, figure out what it needs, it's going to work. You're going to figure out what you need. Do you want me to just pass them around? Do you guys want me to like read the little blurbs on them? Yeah? Since I keep talking. Let's start with trickling this in order. Sorry, computer friends. You can't smell it.
We'll get you samples of anything
we'll
that sounds interesting.
Snip computer screen someday. Right?
Okay, Yankee Candle sent out scratch and sniff catalogs.
Hey,
and I was like,
they do?
doTERRA needs to.
doTERRA did?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I love you. You're so cute. I think I brought it in my bag. So Cheer says it promotes feelings of optimism, cheerfulness, and happiness. It counteracts negative emotions of still feeling blue or down or low. The ingredients are orange peel, clove bud, I always say this one, anise. Yeah, should I do it right finally? Lemon myrtle leaf, nutmeg kernel, vanilla bean extract, ginger, cinnamon bark, and zadrabs. Something like this one I'm still learning. But that just in and of itself, I was like, that's so cool. I'm gonna learn what that is. I'm gonna Google you.
That's
see
like
what the heck you
all
got.
things that your mother puts in baking. Like,
But does that make sense when it's cheer? Like seriously, they said cheer, and I wanted to put like a little Care Bear up on the screen or something.
you're like,
I'll cheer you up.
it's like going to your grandma's house
Thank you.
in a bottle.
I love it. Yeah. But so like that, somebody's just kind of melancholy or feeling kind of down. Can I put this on you? Can I just help you to smell it, or do we pass
Is
it on?
that cheer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Wouldn't mind smelling it again. I
Oh,
like
well,
that.
here you go.
Makes
Here
me
you
happy.
go. Okay, so now we're gonna. Where are you? Console. Oh, the last one. Okay, so this one's Console. Like I said, this is the one.
So think angry thoughts for a second.
No. That's awesome.
You're good at it.
So Console says promotes feelings of comfort and hope, counteracts negative emotions of grief, sadness, and hopelessness. So it says this one actually kind of stood out to me because I remember a lady coming to us and saying, "Oh, we had somebody, they like lost a child. Like I didn't know what to give them. There's like the citruses, to help them to feel happy and uplifted. When really that needs to be grieved. That's a horrible loss, But I love this that's exactly what they were trying to do is console them. Yeah. And so it seems like that would be the perfect little thing that it's just gentle. It's not all invasive, like, come on, get over it. Don't you want to feel cheerful? Come on, let's do this. It's like, no, you just be in that place for a minute and it's going to be okay. So I love that, like, we don't need to feel hopeless.
Going into the forest to commune with yourself.
I like that. Kind of just sweet, it was just like, oh, I like that a lot. But that's like frankincense. So here, consult right here. So you've got the trees and florals. So the frankincense, patchouli, ylang ylang, that's the flower. Labdanum. right? I don't know.
I have
There's
no
some of these,
idea.
you guys, that like, I'm still learning, obviously. Amaryllis, sandalwood, rose, which rose, you love rose. I love rose. It reminds me of my grandma because I always like rose, which is
Can't you, like, never
That's
get that?
kind of what I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
like
like-
about it.
Oh, really? See, but I love
Well,
that.
I
though.
don't like rose.
Yeah, that's
Like,
I
I like
don't-
my grandpa's roses. I don't like rose.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I like
I'm
that.
not really a fan of like lavender. It's like one of the most used oils though, and so like I'll use it sometimes, but I'm like I don't really like the smell very much.
But I actually love that. I think it's kind of weird to me, but I do because to me that's just kind of like two things. One, good. That just proves that we're all different and we're supposed to be. But two, it's almost like a little bit of a challenge. Is like, who can find which one's your favorite? Because I don't think everybody needs to like lavender. I'll be honest. Like, why? Like, we don't need to. There's a couple still that I'm just like, I know oregano's awesome.
Console.
I don't
in a
use it that
diffuser.
often,
That
like-
like smell. I really like that smell. I don't know that a lot of people would like that earthy smell.
There- it's-
Console.
Yeah.
A little bit similar to Whisper, actually.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, because Whisper is kind of perfumey. Like, I don't like to say that, but I can see that. And osmanthus, which is another flower. So, and again, I love this too because there's a couple things that I don't know that me personally would have ever come up with a blend like this that I wouldn't have thought to mix and match some of these things. So I like that they've done that for us. But I definitely trust their expertise in all of it to know like the science behind it, but to know too like, hey, this smells good. Because it would, nobody likes to use a funky smelling oil, let's just be honest. So forgive is the next one. Smallest all in. When you guys think of how I was late in Camp Park in Provo. Forgive me for being such a dork. So this one says, promotes feelings of contentment, relief, and patience. Counteracts negative emotions of anger and guilt. And that's totally what I was feeling. I was so bugged with this little girl that had messed with my daughter that I was like, pass the forgive. I need to get over this. So it says, diffuse when meditating to help release harboring feelings of anger and guilt. And already right there, I think some people are like, I don't meditate, what are you talking about? But I think it just, again, it comes down to that, like, you can go with intention. Like, sure, you can rub it all over you and then go out for your day and just forget that you even put it on. Or really, if you're working through that anyways, which we should be doing, it's like we all want to be in a better place like that. Pull this out and let your body, have that extra little boost of help. Motivate. I like this one. So motivate, you can see the mint and the citrus. Sorry, you like how I smell it first. Like, okay, now I can pass it on. I love it. This one says promotes feelings of confidence, courage, and belief. I thought it was interesting to me. Counteracts negative emotions of doubt, pessimism, and cynicism. So peppermint. Oh yeah.
I give her. Anyway, I give her one and tell her this is the brave oil.
Aw. This one, this is so silly of me. But I put that one in cheer in my house the other day because I was like, I've got some serious cleaning in my house too. I don't want to do it. So I put cheer and motivate in my diffuser and I was like, let's clean the house.
But they're both like
But it
citrusy,
worked, like-
cleaning.
So I think, yeah, I think
like
if something
clean
random
stuff.
showed up in my house, it would still smell okay. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
are you breathing? Like, are you okay? You're like, what's going on? Like, it was uplifting and everything, but I did it. And like I said, using with intent, like, I was going to do that anyways, but I felt better about it. I was like, I think I will do the dishes. And then
Because
have
it
a lot of
reminds me
the
a lot of like when you put wild orange and
And
peppermint.
that's cynicism. I use it like stealthily on my husband.
Especially for like the next year, like because we're going into like presidential election year. Like, I kind of just felt like before I read Facebook.
Yeah. I'm just gonna shut down my Facebook till next November.
Maybe that was like one of those topics that I'd be like, so anyways, I just like, oh no. So peppermint, clementine, coriander, basil, yuzu pill. If I remember right, that was a fruit from Japan because all the old Japanese people were like, yeah, something from Japan. I'm like, we told you we finally find something from Japan. It was really cute. Melissa, rosemary, and vanilla. So Melissa, another one you guys probably know, like it's a little.
Sorry, question.
Yes.
Are these on the doTERRA website right now?
They are, but they're going to be in the kit. So
Okay.
she's looking them up.
Okay.
Look for the
Emotional.
yes,
Aromatherapy.
emotional aromatherapy. They will be available individually though, because I can see that being kind of overwhelming for people all at once. December, I believe.
Okay.
So, and it's an enrollment kit, which is pretty cool because I was like,
Oh,
oh, that would have been really appealing to me.
Yeah.
So they kind of saw that one coming. I can look that up for you if you don't remember off the top of your head. Yeah. But you don't have to do a whole kit. You know what I mean? You just do your. I know, right? Oh my gosh. And it is typically cheaper to buy them in a kit. Oh no, I just meant you're so cute. I just meant as opposed to like buying them individually. They still usually will do like a little bit of a discount because they're getting all of them. You know what I mean? But yes, and talk to me because I'm like the free girl. So if you're doing it anyways, and you do this, you're like, oh, I got this free thing from him. See, so it's gonna go this way. So I will definitely do it that way. I'm sorry. Well, and pick one too because it has little bottles. You can totally have one. The next one, passion. So this I was like, is this like a steamy oil? And but look, it says the inspiring blend. And you like how I say, really? I'm married, I have kids, it's fine. But they said no, it was more of like feelings of excitement, passion, and joy counteracts negative feelings of boredom and disinterest. And so it was more of like finding what you're supposed to be doing in life and going out there and doing it. I was like, oh, okay, that kind of passion. I see what you're talking about. But I'm sure, you can use it on the passion.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what it is. There's something that like I recognize.
This one has
weird
cardamom,
jasmine,
cinnamon, ginger,
jasmine,
clove, sandalwood, jasmine, vanilla. I'm not good at these ones. This is one of the only ones in this kit that has coconut oil in it. And they said they did it on purpose because it has jasmine. And they said if they didn't, for that 5 milliliter bottle, it would be like $150 if they hadn't have added some coconut oil in there. So like, we wanted people to be able to get it. we can't have this awesome oil and not have you get it. So yeah.
Yeah.
See, now I like jasmine, but it is kind of a unique smell. So if it doesn't do it for you, then beware.
There was like the walkway by my house growing up. It was overtaken by jasmine, and so you couldn't breathe walking through there because it was so strong.
Okay, so this is peace.
This is floral signature.
Yes. Okay.
So peace says promotes feelings of peace. Big surprise, right? Reassurance and contentment. It counteracts anxious and fearful emotions. That is so cute. So Jan, once you heard me smelling, I don't have a little label for it. So just remember, this is peace.
Okay, all right.
I dropped this on the bottom.
But it does smell a lot of lavender.
Okay. Another question from Natalie.
Yes.
Can all of these in the kit be ingested, or are they only meant to be used aromatically?
That is a good question.
They're called aromatherapy.
Yeah.
So let's see. It says aromatic and topical on all of them. So not ingesting these ones. Not ingesting just these ones, which is pretty unique because most of all the other oils, like I was saying, can be.
Well, so those mean aromatic, topical, and then what's the S?
So you can see here the ends is neat. It means you could just put it right on. It says you might want to dilute it if you know that you react to stuff. If you're using on super little kids. Thank you, Jenny. I like you. Good to see you. Mix it with a little coconut oil or even olive oil or anything to calm it down a little bit. Or you can just do a little test, just a little bit somewhere and see how it goes. Yeah. Because like my kids now, I've been doing this for a while, so they're getting older. They're 3 and 6 now. They haven't had I put Breeze straight on them and their skin freaks out. They don't. Yeah. But that being said too, you get people that are super overzealous, looking dumping it on, and even something that's calm and soothing that's supposed to help skin, like Melaleuca, that people are using it all the time, you can build up a sensitivity to it. It's kind of like anything. You know what I mean? Like you do that with food, and all of a sudden your body's freaking out over food you eat too. Yeah. So I feel like that's just us and our bodies, and I don't feel like that's something because stuff is a good. Oh no, that's us. We've got to just be smart about how we use it. And really, with essential oils, less is more. I mean, besides that just being economically good advice, so you're not going through them faster than you need to. Our bodies just respond to it so well that we don't need to use half the bottle. My brother, the first time I watched him, he's shaving his bottle, and he's dripping On Guard on his head. I was like, stop. He looked, I got a big head. I'm like, oh, you have no idea. Well, I want to say right now, what are you doing? I'm a big guy. And he's real slathered. I was just thinking, you're way wasting it though. Your body doesn't need that much. You know,
Yeah.
it really doesn't. And this last time at convention, they came right out and said, they said, well, yeah, you can push it past the point of being effective to where now you have a headache and you're only using lavender. Like you used 15 drops of lavender at one time and you got a headache. That doesn't mean that you're allergic to lavender. That doesn't mean that this lavender is bad. It means you use too much and your body can't handle it. Like if you ate 15 full-size Snickers bars, like wouldn't you feel gross afterwards? Like it's the exact same thing. If you're using way too much of this stuff, your body's like, okay, seriously, get a message. Just stop. Please. Just stop.
It's like if you eat too many cherries, you get diabetes.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Yeah. They had a lady call in. They always do a little section where like funny things that people call in and ask, like customer service, you know. And they're very sweet about it. Because I didn't want them to tell like all the hilarious stuff. I'm just like, oh, that's cute. Like one lady called in, just like, can I get the baby Jesus kit? And they're like, we have what? We don't have that. What are you talking about? We don't have gold, frankincense, and myrrh. They're like, well, we do actually have frankincense and myrrh, but we don't have there's not a gold oil.
Yeah, there's no
like,
such thing as that.
we could throw in some peppermint. That's kind of Christmassy. it was just kind of silly, you know. She's like, okay, I'll take it. You know, it's like, oh my goodness, that's silly.
So
But some lady said, which one was it? It was, I'm pretty sure it was Digest Sense, so it's supposed to help tummy troubles and stuff like that. Oh, except that she was using the little soft gels, and she had taken like 10 in one day or something. She's like, you guys, I am so sick. And they're like, oh, did you see on the bottle where it says like 2 to 3 a day tops? Like your body just doesn't need that much. And she's like, oh, my body's having an explosive reaction to it. We're like, yeah, I bet. Bless your heart. Yeah, but we're really sorry, you know. And there's more, and especially when you're learning and like starting out. If you've never used it before, one drop will go on. Put it on your feet. We're like, I've really never heard. I mean, have you guys had things like that? Like, I've never had a bad reaction on my foot. Stronger on my face or something. Since I've used Digest Sense, I didn't say that. It supports your body.
Use breeze, like I just put breeze.
And stuff like that, rubbing your skin kind of raw. That's going to be a little intense.
Yeah.
But on my feet, nothing ever. So when in doubt, too, use it on your feet because it's systemic and it's just going to get through the whole body. And you just won't have that same negative reaction. I'm glad you're like building this. So that
Trying
she
to.
has questions.
She does have another question actually.
Yes.
She's wondering what the shelf life is of the oil blends.
That is a good question. Typically, what they usually say is, the oils will last longer than you. They can't really say that. They can't put that label on the bottle or anything like that. And especially the blends, like we said, the Motivate, what is it? No, Passion is already diluted, mixed with coconut oil. So that is what they worry about. They don't like to do that to most of the oils because the coconut oil can go bad.
Yeah.
It's not the essential oils because they found essential oils in Egypt tombs. You know what I mean? They're still viable. Watch for the ones though that have citrus in them. So just like your citrus fruit, it'll go bad sitting on your counter after a while. The citrus oils will not last as long as the other oils, but we're still talking years. Even for the citrus oils, if I remember right off the top of my head, I want to say citrus oils for sure. You're going to know that they're good for a couple years, 2 or 3, I would guess. Whereas the other oils, I think that the FDA makes them put dates and stuff like that. I mean, usually they're like putting dates of when they made it and everything because they're like, there's not an expiration date. You know what I mean? Like, this is a pure plant oil. It's not really going to go bad. So I would for sure say I would feel comfortable saying 5 years. That's just off the top of my head. Honestly, though, if I had put like a bottle of armbar or something like that in my semi-cigar kit and just left it there and 20 years later, I'd still open it and use it. And I would expect awesome results from it still. This company has not even been around that long, but they have saved. I know this now because my brother works in quality control and assurance and stuff like that. They have a sample of every batch of every oil they've ever made or sold. They've got a bottle of it. They just keep it always, and they're always testing it and checking it. If they have anybody come with any complaint of anything, they have reference points, and they have the list of every study they've done. They send it to third-party people to check it. They check it themselves. They send it back to a third party to check it again and make sure. And at convention series, I was like waiting for them to be done with this talk. Because like, you guys have checked it about 47 times. Like, it's good, isn't it? Can't we just get these oils now? But it just really, they just really wanted us to know, like, we check this more than anybody else. please just know that you've done everything you possibly can to ensure the quality. I will get a more specific number if she wants. It makes sense that each one would be different, just because they're different things.
And I know part of it
But-
is like they're in dark glass
Mhm,
bottles,
on purpose.
and you keep them in a cool cupboard, not next to your stove.
And it's not like I put them in my fridge and like that, but also I don't keep them in my window ledge so the direct sun's hitting me on the warming up. I don't like to keep them in my car, same thing, because it's just going to get weird temperatures and, they bake cookies in the car in the summer, show how hot it gets. Like, I just don't want to, cook my oils or anything like that. That being said, though, really, a long time, I don't think they, as a business, it's hard for them to be like, here we go, the last 47 years exactly. But essential oils, kind of across the board, if you just look up aromatherapy, they're viable for a long time. So I apologize if that's not a very specific answer for her, but even then I'd be happy to do more research on that. Or I know they have I want to say customer service, but that's not even it. There's a product service email team and everything that she could email to, and if she wants to know specifically or and just see what the company is comfortable saying, and I can do that. So then awesome. Find out for her. But okay, so that's just this one little kit. I love it. It came out with all sorts of different stuff. So this little oil here is Douglas fir, and the way they came up with using Douglas fir oil is they were contacted by some people down in New Zealand. They said our country's being overrun by Douglas fir. I'm like, really? It takes forever to grow in the States. They said, oh no, it loves New Zealand and it's taking over our country. Like, what do you mean? I said, everywhere. It's growing everywhere, and it's growing so fast that nothing else is thriving and surviving, and everything. They show the dirt, and it's just crumbly and sad, and it's just sucking up all the nutrients and everything that nothing else can grow. So the government of New Zealand has been doing elimination programs to get rid of this tree. They're chopping it down. They're always New Zealand's a pretty natural friendly country, and they're like, no, we've resorted to trying to poison this tree. We're trying to get rid of it. It's killing off everything. Not because there's anything wrong with the tree, but just because it's loving being in New Zealand and it's taking over their country. So I said, can you help us eradicate this tree? And they're like, we would love to. We would love to come and take this tree and turn it into an oil. It's because we love it, and it's such an amazing, tree, and so it can get such amazing oil. But they have so much of it, and it's growing so fast, so that we're like, we just have this renewable supply, but they're happy that we're taking it. So they have this exclusive agreement. They're like, doTERRA will just take care of all of New Zealand's Douglas fir problems. So this one says it promotes feelings of clear airways and easy breathing, so it supports your respiratory system. It's actually cleansing and purifying for your skin, and it says it promotes positive mood and sense of focus.
So my favorite tree this year.
I know, that's
Don't
what
you
I want to
want
do.
to-
I want to
I
get
know,
those
your
little
Christmas
clay
tree.
ornaments
That's an awesome
and
idea.
put oils and hang them in my fake tree.
So then it would really
My
smell like a Christmas tree.
cousin-in-law,
Right?
she actually had little clay ornament things from doTERRA, right?
Yeah, they
yeah.
had the pendants and the necklaces and stuff
yeah.
like that.
And so she had them all over her tree with cinnamon.
Oh, that'd be really
That's
cool.
so smart.
I would like that.
I might have to do this.
My mom's like that. She's like, I miss a real tree. I love that one. But they have some, they had a blend recommendation. Sorry, I was trying to think of the word. It says, combine Douglas fir with wild orange, lemon, or bergamot in a diffuser to freshen the air, uplift the mood, and promote a sense of focus. Oh, that would be cool, with a citrus. Kind of, I don't know. That just sounded really fun
But not
to me.
in June.
No.
All of a sudden you're wearing your ugly sweater for Christmas and you're like, it's hot cocoa. You're like, I'm like, what's going on? It's getting weird.
Just the oils, they're making me crazy.
I hung out with that crazy one here, dude. Okay, so I love that you recognize this spearmint. So it came out over the summer. I think he did it a couple years ago too. And they just got such a good response, and they found a source that they could get it from more frequently. And they're like, hey, we'll have it all the time, and everyone was weird and freaked out. And it smells like candy, and I love it. So I just oh, you're okay.
I was like,
Go ahead.
So this is spearmint. It says it promotes digestion, helps reduce occasional upset stomach, promotes. Wow, you guys, sorry. This is why I don't read either. Sense of focus and uplift mood, cleanses the mouth and promotes fresh breath, which you guys know because so many different toothpastes use spearmint. That it's kind of familiar in ways. Yeah. I just love it.
Apparently,
It's
all of
just
those things
yummy.
dry up breast milk, though. Like anything that's like minty.
And the minty ones.
Yeah, so you kind of have to stay away from all of them, which makes you so sad.
My sister-in-law said, "I can't just like lick the bottle." I was like,
I
"Do
wonder-
not actually. That's totally
You
gross."
can't, like,
I mean, you
wanna
can. Well,
chew
yes,
it.
you
That's one
can.
of
But
the
I was like, "That's
sensational
actually
ones.
my bottle, and I'm being stingy here. Don't lick my bottle."
That's a really
weird.
good idea to make like a milkshake. That's a really good idea.
That would be
I just got
yummy.
a blend text, so.
Oh, nice.
That is fun. That's
Troy
Dear
Fox, he
Santa.
just quit blend tech to start somewhere else, and
Okay.
so I was like, we need to use your discount for New Eve. So it's my early Christmas
Nice.
present.
So we did just usurp some of it, but this was your prize for having your little class.
Yay!
And I thought about wrapping everything. I was like, but we have to smell it. So sorry, we opened your oil.
I'm
and smelled
totally
it.
cool with that. I'm just gonna
But
sit
no
here and
one
smell
licked it. I watched and no one licked it, so it's good.
Yeah, because,
Um,
you know, it's not gonna, like,
Non
Kill the germs.
Right?
I think I'm gonna make a milkshake.
You'd be like, can we talk about sample of your
No, I haven't.
Oh, you
Oh,
said
that's
that.
right.
You said that. 'Cause, yeah, the sensational one. So you can add it to your toothpaste, though, if you
Ooh.
wanted to, like, change
I
your
wonder
own,
how
like,
that would be
I have
with
the On Guard. I know. I
On Guard.
wonder
Yeah,
if that'd be
On
kind of
Guard.
funky or not, but it says right here, add a drop or two to any dessert, so see your milkshake, drink, salad, entree, to promote flavoring, but to promote digestion too, because it's gonna help your body to digest really well too. So you could just put
Okay.
it in water even to drink
So
it.
next doTERRA class, I'm making brownies.
Spearmint brownies.
Because that
Yes.
sounds
Oh,
amazing.
those are good. But then obviously even in the diffuser, I mean, all this like really loved how it
Yeah.
smelled and everything is really amazing. So next is ginger. Ginger isn't necessarily new. They've had ginger before, but they put it in the kit because they source it now from Nepal. Do you see it here? Oh, let me see. I'm wrong. It's sourced from Madagascar. Excuse me. They used to get it from China, and then go into detail why they switched that. But a lot of times they'll switch it even. Well, that's another story. Being the diplomatic company that they are, even just if they've switched other oils before when it's even just like more sustainable to get it from somewhere else. It's more like socially, economically responsible to get it from somewhere else.
She looks like a little puppet.
She's darling. She's so
Want to
cute.
smell it too?
Wow.
It's a little.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ginger. That one also is great for digestion. It can help reduce bloating, gas, occasional indigestion, and reduce nausea. Ginger. Have you been at little restaurants and stuff like that? Sometimes they'll give you like a little ginger. Not candy, but you know what I mean, like or like you're getting seasick or motion sickness. You know what I mean? Like my mom was on some boat somewhere. She's like, here, have some ginger. So this next one is wintergreen. And again, you're gonna go, wait, pause. We already have wintergreen. But the label's pink now because the wintergreen is pink. Kind of blew my mind.
Really?
Like, if you want to open it up and like pour anything,
Why
yes.
is it called wintergreen?
Because it's still a wintergreen plant, but it's pink. Like, yeah, like I said, it's
Very
kind
strange.
of weird. So this is the one that comes from Nepal. That's why it's getting mixed up. Same thing. That one used to come from China. They source it from Nepal now. But they love this because you'll remember, like, Nepal just got slammed with the earthquakes and all that stuff, and so they're like, oh, we love that this will help their economy, and they go over with like the Healing Hands Foundation and they make sure that people are okay. They were just in touch with all these sourcing people, and then they find out, oh yeah, none of them have homes now because the earthquake and everything, and so they go over and they're helping build temporary shelters and rebuilding schools and stuff like that, and that's why I'm like crying because it's like, they're so great. I love them. So this one, besides just being awesome because it's a different color, I have to tell you something funny. Like I said, my brother works in the warehouse, and he at the time was doing quality control and assurance and everything like that. And so he received this big giant batch, like they get massive like vats of this stuff. He's like, yeah, I'm not accepting this big giant X on the thing. He's like, this is pink. Well, I'm not accepting pink wintergreen. Like, how the frick does this even get pink? Like, like that's not really. That's kind of attack what he said, but he did like wouldn't accept it or anything like that. They came back and were like, oh, sorry, like, thank you for like knowing what it's supposed to smell like, because it does smell just a little bit different. I don't know if you guys like if you compare them side by side. I should have thought of them. They smell a little bit different, but they look different, and they, you know, a lot of these warehouse people like they don't necessarily use them and know them the same way he did because he used them before he got the job there. He's like, this isn't wintergreen. Like, what? Why are we doing receiving this? And they came and like, oh, actually you're releasing a new thing. It came out. She's like, oh, well, you guys could have told me that before I nearly rejected your whole entire order of wintergreen, like, whatever. So he came home and had to tell my mom because he's like, well, follow of that story is sorry, spoiler alert, one of the new products at convention is newly sourced wintergreen cream. That is hilarious, you almost didn't receive it. It's just, maybe it's just funny to us because it's my brother doing it, but it's just funny. Okay, so the next, I thought you were saying the question.
No,
We're still doing hair? Good?
Yeah, no questions
Okay.
so far, so I will
I know.
interrupt when
We
the,
should hold them up
the
to
lag
computer
seems
so
to be
we can
getting longer and longer. Like, you can
Oh.
hear my poor computer, like, trying.
Keep it going. Let me talk
The Mac
so
is
fast.
great,
It's so random.
except for video. Like,
Aw.
anyway,
Jeff just
um,
made a supercomputer, like specifically for streaming and stuff like that. Like
That's
it's
cool.
it's
nice.
it's so fast. It starts up in like 3 seconds.
Wow.
Darren's new computer does that. He, like, turns it on. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna. Oh, it's on.
Yeah,
Look at that.
it's like so impressive.
I'll go get a drink
Anyway.
and make a sandwich.
Yeah.
And it has like a 12 megapixel camera. It's
Holy cow.
That is fun. Okay, so this is pretty unique. Like I said, typically they don't dilute oils. And so, again, some people are like, wait, why would you dilute them now? They did this on purpose for kids and old people or people with sensitive skin. This is the doTERRA Touch roll-ons. They are all mixed with coconut oil, pre-mixed. People are going, wait, but we can do that ourselves. Absolutely, you can do it yourself, since if you would rather than keep doing it yourselves. I, for one, am thrilled to have them do it because each one's mixed differently. That they know oregano is super intense, so it needs to be diluted more than, say, lavender or melaleuca. If that is not cool for you, if you don't like it pretty diluted, then don't get it. I like this because I am full confidence can hand my daughter the breathe and say, use it yourself. You feel sniffly or you have a cough, put it on yourself. You have an upset tummy at school, put this in your backpack, be polite about it, use it in recess or something, don't disrupt class. But then I'm not worried about like, oh, she lathered so much on that the breathe actually did have a bad reaction on her skin this time because she just went to town. The roller bottle is just cool to me too. I love roller bottles because it makes it so convenient. But same thing, I've got a cute little elderly neighbor a couple houses down, and same thing. She's like, I didn't know if I could mix breathe and lavender. Like, yep, you can, you sweet your lady I love, And this, I think she'd be more comfortable just rolling a little bit on her, on her chest, on her feet, or whatever. But this just is so much more approachable. I think since you ladies, apologize, I don't know your experience with it, where you know it, you're like friendly and you're used to it, you know a lot of that yourself, then maybe this wouldn't be as appealing, except in that regard that, yeah, if you already just want to have to be diluted. Because I know it's kind of, this is going to sound kind of lazy of me if nothing else, when my kids are actually like fever, sick, or throwing up or something like that, it is kind of hard to run in and be like, let me mix and do my portions of concoction and have this random glass bowl sitting on the counter. And like, I always do too much. And I always have some kind of leftover. And then if I do use it all, I'm going to make more, and then I make too much more because now I'm feeling better. So I love this idea. It's like, nope, our guns just go grab it quick and put it on them.
My sister's 14 and starting to get into essential oils. And it's great because even her high school doesn't allow students to bring their own medication to school.
Oh, I'm sure.
Even
Yeah.
like pain medication for these poor teenage girls.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, here. This is what you're allowed to bring to school. They can't tell you can't bring it.
Yep. I love
So,
that. I know, because I wonder the same thing with my daughter. And she just gets nervous, came home, Mom, I cried at school today because they made me talk in a microphone. You sweet girl. So reading class, that would be fun for her. Anyways, stress her out big time. So I'd love that to find, like, if lavender helps calm her down or like that bounce or whatever. So some of the ones that don't already come in a roller bottle, we put in there, obviously. It's a nice thing to put these. So this is the same as the Family Physician kit, but it doesn't have lemon.
Can you just go through and say what's in it?
Yes.
Just because
Sorry if you can't see
apparently
it.
it's not.
So there's lavender, peppermint, frankincense, melaleuca, digestin, breathe, on guard, oregano, and deep blue. So they left out lemon. They didn't come out and say this, I would guess, because that's not one that typically people will use as much topically. It's photosensitive. The citrus ones, you want to be careful not to put it like right on your face or your skin when you're going outside or something. Well, just like if you handled a lime or a lemon or something like that, you did that. There were some girls that got a bunch of burns on them and they found out that it's because they've been handling limes, like the live limes from the tree. the same kind of thing. Again, I haven't had any personal problems with that, but I'm not slathering it on my face. I typically, Slim Sassy on my tummy or something. Well, and I'm not wearing a bikini. I'm going, I need Slim Sassy, so I'm going to cover that right back up, That's silly, but you know what I mean. So that, to me, I feel like they kind of were just like, we don't want everybody to go gung-ho with that one. I don't know. That's just doTERRA by Lindy. That is not like official doTERRA statement. There is not lemon in this kit. As of right now, this isn't an enrollment kit. This is just going to be sold like this. But they will sell them, same thing, individually, I believe, December. So like that. If you already are like, but I still have my entire bottle of oregano. I don't need more oregano. I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything. That one's awesome. I love it. I like that. That's like one little drop to like my concoction. Like, okay, we're good. So that is, I do like that it's more approachable this way.
Yeah.
But at this time, I don't feel like I need a whole other bottle of it. You know what I mean? So I like that. That'll mix and match.
And I'm excited for these because, like, the breathe and things like that. Like, especially when you're feeling sick or you're putting it on before you go to bed, you get it all over your hands, and you have to go wash your hands because
if you're
like
sniffly
me,
or
you'll
your
stick
eyes,
fingers in your eye.
Yeah, awesome point. I love that too. I like it too because, like, it's just so much more approachable. And if people are brand new to it, and if you do have sensitive skin or something like that, you won't accidentally, just because you don't know how to use it yet, not do it right. And to say, oh, you just mix it with a little bit of something. Well, I didn't have coconut oil in my home until I started doing essential oils.
I mix them with olive oil. Like, I still don't have fractionated coconut oil. I'm getting some next
which
week.
works.
But, like,
it totally works. But do you know what I mean? Like, to say that to somebody, they're going, this is all new to me,
Mm-hmm.
And also, while I don't feel like, personally, that frankincense needs to be diluted, since it's mixed with coconut oil, it's a lot less expensive than the bottle of straight frankincense.
And
so how much is that?
This one, let's see, because I don't remember, $14.99. So retail, it's $225.33. Michelle will probably tell you otherwise, but don't ever buy a retail. No, you won't. Not that you're saying.
I won't tell you
retail.
otherwise. I'll hook you up so you don't have to buy retail.
That's more what I was trying to say. Sorry, Michelle's awesome. We don't do retail in this group. Retail's, yeah. So just don't do retail. You're welcome. Do you want me to pass them around? Like, do you guys want us with these ones? I don't feel like you're probably familiar with these, but
for me, I was like excited to see that frankincense is in there because that's like, okay, so there's the migraine blend. By the way, Marilee, remind me to tell you about the migraine blend. It's amazing. She gets migraines all the time.
Oh,
so I need to tell her about it.
Yeah, we need to not to have.
But I use frankincense for migraines too, and so just being able to like
and
then put it away
isn't as bad as like myrrh or vetiver, but it's still kind of resinous, and so it can kind of get a little gummy or stuff like that. And so that will make it way more approachable. I'm like, yeah, if you would just do that with myrrh and vetiver, now like my myrrh bottle got kind of gummy and stuff like that. And it's because it's a resin from a tree. Like, it makes sense. It should do that. You should be happy that it does that because we know that it's real. So this one's kind of fun. This was exciting to me. So this is a breed stick.
I'm so excited.
So I hate to like drop names of other things or whatever, but like Vicks Vapor Rub or whatever, you put that all over your chest, whatever. That's basically what this is, but they've done it in a stick. Open. So it reminds me of like a giant glue stick. It's kind of, don't use it on your paper. Use that on your chest, or on your neck and throat and stuff like that. Same thing. I love this because it's just so approachable. If somebody's nervous to use Breathe, or if they're just used to using Vicks or something like that, I feel like that just makes it a little more familiar. I've swiped out on my daughter right before she walks in the door for school, and it's just that fast and easy. I'm not being, Brunhilde or the witch, like mixing the coconut oil and concoction, like before she walks out. No, come back, I'm not done yet. Just fast. I could just do a little swipe.
I think you just did for like a week and a half. So while she's doing that, I'm just gonna say
yes. Put some on you. You're totally fine. I like you. You can use it.
I haven't even smelled like all of them, so I'm like.
Oh yeah, do it. Yeah, you use all of them.
Every time Wendy comes over and does a class, like when she brings her big box, at the end of the class, I'm just gonna smell your oils. Don't mind me.
I was like, I don't know, because we're talking about like such
don't
specific things, but yes, we just have a smelling party. That'd be fine.
Most of the new to doTERRA people didn't actually come tonight, or they're in California. So
deodorant, we kind of talked about that already. So I was already So I was like, that's probably totally tacky because I've totally used this, but I was like, I mean, sure, it's not like there's no like clothing fuzz on it or anything tacky, you know what I mean? I was like, full disclosure, I have used it because I was pretty darn excited that they had it, but so I already was kind of anti antiperspirant. You know what I mean? I was just like,
Anti-antiperspirant.
I know it's not a silly way to say it, but I was already looking into other natural deodorants and things like that. But I just love to have them combine the essential oils with it. And so I was pretty excited about that. If you don't want to mess with my deodorant, I don't blame you, but like I promise I'm a nice plain person. But yeah, so it says it's free of alcohol, aluminum, parabens, artificial colors, and artificial fragrances. And I love it can say that because there's the essential oils, so it's not fake.
Have you been using it like for a month? Mm-hmm. So have you worn like white shirts with it? Does it dye your shirts?
Like it. No. In fact, I was going to show you guys that. Like it doesn't. Like it's not like powdery words.
Does it work?
You know, like I yes, I like it. I feel like I'm not like a marathon runner. You know what I mean? It's not like I have like put it to the biggest test ever. But no one's like came up and like maybe you're like especially stinky lately. Like what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? So like that's kind of a silly way. But really, that I think that's the only way it would know. I'm always like I feel kind of like stinky.
I just see it having like yellow stains in your shirt.
I'll check because same thing. Like I know, but I haven't like been doing everything. Like you know,
you need to like test it.
Yes.
You know, like wear regular
I feel bad. Like I never really got my clothes like that. Anyways, like I remember doing like you know growing up, teenage, my two sisters like their white shirts would get kind of yellow and grody underneath and everything. I was like, I think I went down like. Don't have those jeans or something because I haven't really ever trashed my white shirts.
I've used like Toms before and stuff like that, and it just doesn't really feel like it works.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think it is hard switching from antiperspirant.
Yeah, because this is just deodorant. So you'll sweat, but you won't stink.
You won't, yeah. So that's the difference. So that, I think too, I was like, I still got, and my mom's like, really, you're like being paranoid. I said, because I'm still kind of like sweaty. And she's like, you're supposed to sweat. You're like, it means your body's working. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to sweat. She's not supposed to stink.
That's what life works, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. No wonder you're a mom. Make me feel better about this. You know what I mean? But so, yes. Will it stop you from sweating? No. It's not an antiperspirant. Will it stop you from sweating? Yes. Unless all my family, friends, and neighbors and ward members are extremely nice to me and won't tell me that I stink because I've asked. Even like I don't stink, do I? And they've all answered me, and I'd like to think they're honest people. But if you guys want to come smell at me afterwards, no, that's totally gross. This one is interesting to me. Digest tab. So this is for people. I'm gonna throw another name out. Like I'm guessing they're comparable to Tums. That's why they came up with these. This. To me, it was kind of like, I don't know if I use it because I've already been switched over for so long to like I reached for Digest-N. We haven't had like Tums or the pink stuff in forever. You know what I mean? So this is like, that's cool, but I would probably throw this in my 72-hour kit because I'm not really used to fixing tummy problems like this anymore. But if somebody is, my mom had ulcers and she used to like drink Maalox, but there's other people like take Tums almost like candy. You know what I mean? Like this would be a good switch. It's an interesting. Like I felt like they were a little bit strong, but that's also because I don't personally ingest.
What do they look like?
Digest-N. You can. Like my husband, that's how he likes to take it. So I think you take these like when you're being a baby. I put it on my stomach, or I take the soft gels.
So they do look kind of like that.
So they're just like flat little discs. Hopefully you can see that. And I just pop it in my mouth after to make sure like. It's getting a little warm. That's a little hot. That's kind of spicy. But my husband, you know, like he gets jalapeno pizzas. Like that's his one topping. It's like, what a waste of a topping. Like, really, why would you do that? And I'm like, can you get the mild salsa and let's put some sour cream in it too? I don't feel like I'm a good judge for this. You know what I mean? Like, if you would like to try one, I know that seems kind of random, but if you would like to try one, I won't make you taste the one that like I just handled. Try it. Break one in half and see like.
Your mom said she like breaks them in 4, right? Was it your mom?
Same thing. That's probably why I'm such a wuss about like
calcium carbonate. So it's like for heartburn and
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for pregnant
I
people.
think yes, it's still really nice and gentle and natural and things like that.
The Tums bottle has all these warnings on
Huge
it. For
warnings.
like, if you take too many of these in one day, you're pretty much gonna die.
Oh my gosh, it's terrifying. And I was like, oh,
I
why?
lived on Tums while I was pregnant.
I know, and my midwife had to bring that up to me because I used them too at first, and she's like, don't take Tums anymore, please. And I was like, oh, really? Why?
Ginger, peppermint.
So
So they'll be good for.
Oh, yeah, no, I would have. I was. So that's not me. Like, I totally hear you on that.
So it has xylitol in it. I've heard people kind of make us think about xylitol, especially like in the toothpaste and stuff. Like
That's, if I remember right,
controversial.
It's a natural sugar is the best way I want to say it. Like I don't know if that's the best way to even put it. I just looked that up the other day actually because it's in our toothpaste. I should just find the link and send it to you. But it's, I want to say like it's, you know how there's like alcohols, like it's not alcohol like you drink it and get drunk alcohol.
Yeah.
They're saying it's a natural like sugar alcohol sweetener kind of thing. But they said they've been studying it. They haven't found anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
So if there are people that are having problems with it, or they don't like just have,
it was just one of the comment
like that,
trolls that I saw,
Really?
and so I was just
I'll
wondering
find you a
like,
link.
what's the deal?
The link that I found just the other day because I was actually looking at this. This is my troll moment. My cousin's getting into a different company that's like skincare and stuff like this, but she posted about some toothpaste that they have, and the toothpaste had which one's Splenda? Is it sucralose? Anyways, it's an artificial sweetener. But to me, that was like this giant red flag because I was like, okay, that's just like cancer artificial sweetener. Like, oh, sorry. And sorry, not FDA approved. This is, again, just maybe commenting here. That kind of was a red flag for me for that one. And so it made me more curious. I was like, I don't off the top of my head know every single ingredient, like flashcard memorized. So looking at it, it had that xylitol in it. And so I did. I started researching that. Like, well, are we trying? And really, all the stuff I found are like, so far so good.
Seems good, yeah.
Like, and typically, like when my daughter chooses gum or something like that, I will have her pick a sugar gum over anything else because I'd rather her just have the sugar. We got British teeth anyways, like, sorry girl, like, like whatever. I don't want the negative effects from the other stuff. So that's just me. That's just my personal choice. Everybody needs to do that for themselves. But for me, like I said, I would way rather have that one that's like a natural sweetener. I don't think the toothpaste needs to be sweet. That's me personally again. And so that was just weird for this other company to do that because it's like, really? Like, that's weird. So if that makes you nervous, then yeah, by all means, that's for this. This is for this little tablet. Obviously, it's not in digestion. Like that's just another one. The soft gel, same thing.
So that's the same thing as digestion.
This has digestion in it. So it's got other
tab with
digestion.
sodium bicarbonate or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
Or what's it?
Do you want me to just read you? Like, would it help if I just read the description? Here, does it have it all in the back? And you probably already read it. We'll read it for your sake. Okay, so it says, Digescent is one of doTERRA's most popular blends due to its ability to aid in digestion, soothe occasional stomach upset, and maintain overall digestive health. Now, this incredibly effective blend is available in a convenient, chewable tablet. Digest Tab is a calcium carbonate tablet infused with Digescent digestive blend to deliver the benefits of digestion, supportive essential oils, as well as the acid-neutralizing benefits of calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, which comes from natural mineral sources, helps maintain stomach acid balancing by neutralizing excess acid in the stomach. This helps relieve discomfort caused by occasional acidity, such as heartburn, indigestion, and flatulence. This specially designed calcium carbonate is less chalky than many similar products on the market and is much easier to chew and swallow. And that is true. Like, I did chew it up real fast, so I can be all baby like, ooh, this is kind of warm. But it's not like I was chewing it for days and weeks and months and then it coated my whole mouth and all stuff. And you're like, you could feel it going down, but I think that would be perfect if you had heartburn or something like that. This upset stomach, you feel like that's exactly what I needed. So you remember that one of those commercials were like, coating everything as it goes down. But it's not hot pink, so that's a benefit, right? So, that was probably kind of weird. It says, this unique blend contains ginger, fennel, and coriander to help ease occasional stomach discomfort, including motion sickness and indigestion, while peppermint, tarragon, anise, and caraway aid with digestion and help maintain a healthy gastrointestinal tract. Digestion is a healthy, natural, and gentle way to soothe an occasional upset stomach or maintain a healthy digestive system. So that's something too. It stands to reason that if you have something kind of, that there's something you eat all the time. Like for me, it's pizza. Like I love pizza. I probably will not ever stop eating pizza. But if I get like Pizza Hut, I'm sick. Like so, I personally take Terrazine, but like something like that, like you could take this for sure. Since I haven't put this to the test, but same thing with just pregnancy. last thing here that I didn't really say was Birch always comes in the convention kit. So sadly you can't post if you were here because it's awesome. So it doesn't even like go through it really. I know that it helps support healthy bones. Is one that I remember off the top of my head. So when my 3-year-old son put his bar stool down right on top of my daughter's toe, and it turned black and blue and huge, I was like, let's get the Birch in case, you broke your toe over the weekend. And of course it was like Sunday afternoon. Like, we're not going anywhere, so let's just run you down the Birch. We'll see what happens. And take care of what the Oreos. It's good. It's like, to me, and this isn't an official thing, but it reminds me of like trees and mint. Like this mix. But it's just Birch, you know what I mean? But it's like kind of minty too, so I like it. But I don't know, so I know I kind of just I talk so much. Like, you guys have questions, or do you want some of that? And you don't have to just have one of the emotional ones. I just thought those ones were kind of fun. But if you guys, want some of the Douglas fir or something like that, I can get you a little bottle of it. And is this just your friend, or you said it was your cousin?
It's my cousin, yeah.
Tell her if she wants some. I mean, that's so silly. She'll have to wait, but we could mail her a little sampler.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, she said she's already making a list of things she likes. So I was like, you just let us know. And then she lives in California, and we're going to be there for Christmas. So I was like, I can just bring, my whole stash. Just be like, here!
Yeah. Well, and I was going to say...
We're getting a keychain. We just gave one as a gift to my aunt for her birthday because she wanted to start using essential oils, but she lives so far that she doesn't want to have to get all of them.
That makes sense. I love those little keychains. My daughter was asking about that. Can I just have them for school? You take the touch ones. That'd be great. No, I'll make one more. So let's decide which one you guys want. I was going to tell you, if they do end up wanting to do wholesale accounts or anything like that, or you have some of the girls that didn't come, I know you're super sweet to be like, you don't have to, whatever. They want to, and I mean, we all know what's the best way to do it is get a wholesale account. You have a couple people that want to do that, and I'll give you a pedal the features.
Yay! That's exciting.
Yes. But same thing, if you guys want to do classes or whatever, because I know, obviously you guys are all friends, but you have other friends in the county and stuff like that too, so if you guys want to do classes, we can do that. And I can bring my mom if you want someone more, official. She's babysitting my sister's kids tonight. She's at Quilt Market in Texas, my sister.
Fun.
Yes, launching her third fabric
line
or whatever, so, yes. My mom's watching the kids.
So, and then about having classes, if anyone in California wants to have classes, I'll have Lindy train me between now and December, and I can host classes.
Michelle can do it just like Lindy. Lindy's as fast. No, but we can, and we can always we could Skype or FaceTime or something like that. And I really, in about, maybe second now, okay, not really, but sooner than later, I must start traveling to do it. So,
fun.
Yes, I will be a road trip girl, because it's just like making an essential oil bus and travel around it.
Yes.
I don't know how it works, but you know what I mean? We definitely want to do that, because this is what I'm doing. This is what my family's doing and everything like that. So we want to just share and make it work for people. So questions, she can always. I mean, we can add her to the group even if you want.
I was I think at this point we'll probably shut off the live stream, and then if there's any questions,
we don't
you
want
can
you to be jealous of us giving everybody samples.
We can do
tell Michelle what sample you want.
Yeah. We can do questions on Facebook, or you can call me, or text, whatever. So, but I'm going to go ahead and turn off the live stream. So,
nice
thank
to wave
you.
at you. No.
My finger to blank shot.
I really need